Good morning, everyone. Let's come up to a seated position to begin our practice today. Just taking a moment to work at elongating your spine. And as you close your eyes, just settle in. Start to lift through the crown of the head as you settle heavily into your seat. Letting go of however much of the morning you've been awake for so far. Letting go of whatever thoughts linger in the mind as you come to stillness physically in your body. And really strive to let this physical stillness result in some mental stillness this morning. So as you begin to focus on the breath, deepen and lengthen that breath. The heart is lifting up and away from the navel is lifting up and away from the pubic bone, and you're giving a little squeeze between the shoulder blades. Striving to make the inhales the same length as the exhales. Same volume of air goes out as what you just took in, and there's a slight constriction to the glottis, those muscles there at the back of your throat. So using your throat to control the flow of air, even though the breath is moving solely through the nose. Keep extending upwards through the crown. Shoulders are relaxed and down as you bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment and scan the body so you can set an intention for your practice this morning. So the first intention that we set is for ourselves, and perhaps we set it in second intention that is working towards something greater than ourselves. An intention for something or someone that needs it as well. And let's seal that intention in with an Om this morning, taking an inhale. Coming back to that long, full, deep Ujjayi breath as you release your hands from your heart, make your way to a standing pose at the top of your yoga mat. Feet can be together or hip distance width apart, whatever feels comfortable for you. Arms are down at the sides, palms roll open. Give a little squeeze again between the shoulder blades as you lift through the crown. Finding a drishti out in front of you. On your next inhale, take the arms forward, palms come together, lift the arms, lift the chin. Exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale, look forward and lengthen your spine. As you exhale, plant your hands, step back and lower down, all on the same exhale. We curl into cobra or lift to upward dog. And then we exhale back to downward facing dog for 1. And exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale for 3. The hips are lifted, heels pressing down. Inhale. Exhaling for 4. And inhale. Exhale for 5. We bend the knees, look forward and inhale. Bring the feet to the hands, lengthening the spine. As we exhale, fold over those legs. As you inhale, arms come forward, palms pressed together. Lift the arms up, look up. As you exhale, release the arms to the sides. And again, we inhale, lift the arms. Press the palms, look up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, look forward, lengthening. Plant the palms, step back to plank, and lower slowly down. Curl through cobra or upward dog. Hips to the sky, downward facing dog. And we inhale. Exhale, press the chest gently back, and inhale, lengthening the arms. As you exhale for 2, heels pressing down. Inhale, draw the shoulders back and away from the ears, relaxing the head. Inhale. Exhaling for the 4th breath. Last inhale. Exhaling for 5. We bend the knees and look forward, and we inhale. The feet come forward. Try to lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold over the legs. Arms come forward, palms press together. Look up. Exhale, arms to the sides. And we inhale again. Arms reach forward and up. Exhale and fold. Look forward to lengthen the spine as you inhale. Plant your hands, step back and lower, all on the same exhale. Curl through. And hips up, chest presses back. We're back in down dog, inhaling. Exhale for 1. Inhale. And exhaling for 2. Inhale. Exhaling for 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4, inhale. And exhale, 5. Bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, feet to hands, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold over those legs. We inhale, arms forward, lifting up, look up. Exhale, arms to the sides. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and all the way up. Exhale and fold over the legs. Come up halfway to lengthen, heart moves forward, and then plant the palms flat, step back, and slow lower. Curling up. And hips up, chest back, downward facing dog. We inhale. Exhale, press through the inner edges of the feet. As you inhale, push the floor away through the hands. Exhale, heels pressing down. We inhale for 3. Exhale, shoulders pulling gently back away from the ears, and we inhale. And that 4th exhale, last full breath in down dog. Exhale completely, then knees soften as you look forward. Inhale, feet come forward. Try to lift the heart up. And exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale, arms forward, look up. Exhale, release the arms to the side. So step your feet together, big toes touch. A little bit of space between the heels. We bend the knees, sit the hips down. Inhale, arms come forward, palms press, look up. As you exhale, straighten the legs and fold over them. Look forward as you inhale. Plant your palms. Step back, lower slow. Curl up, hips to the sky, down dog. Left foot plants flat, right foot steps forward. Inhale, arms come forward and lift up. And then we plant the palms. We step back and lower slow. Then we curl again up to cobra or down dog, or pardon me, up dog. Take it back to down dog. Now the right foot plants. 1 step forward with the left foot. Let the arms float up. Slow your movement. Palms plant. Step back and lower slow. Inhale. Cobra or up dog. Float up and back to down dog. This becomes our pose of rest. Chest pressing back. Heels pressing down, inhaling. Exhale for 2 and inhale. Slow the breathing. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, feet forward, lengthen. And exhale, fold. So the big toes are touching as we bend the knees. Inhale, arms sweep forward and up. Exhale, arms to the sides. Take an inhale. And exhale, bend the knees. Press the legs together. Inhale, arms come forward and up. Straighten the legs. And fold. Inhale, look forward. Plant your hands, step back, lower as you exhale. Cobra or up dog on the inhale. Downward dog on the exhale. Left foot plants, right foot steps. Arms float up. Hands come down. Step back, lower slow. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Take it back to down dog. Right foot plants, left foot steps forward. Arms float up. And then we plant the hands, step back, and use the exhale to lower. Cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here. Slow the breathing. Press the chest back. Spread your fingers really wide here. Inhale. Exhaling for 3. Slow breath. Good. Let's inhale for 1. 5. And exhale completely. So we bend the knees looking forward and we inhale. Bring the feet up. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big toes are touching as you bend the knees. Inhale, arms sweep forward and up. Exhale, arms to the sides. Inhale. And exhale. Our last one, bend the knees, sit the hips down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Look forward as you inhale. Plant your hands. Step back, lower slowly. Cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot plants, right foot steps up. We inhale, lift the arms. Planting the hands, step back, use the exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Float back, down dog. Right foot plants, left foot steps. Arms reach up. Planting the hands, step back, lower slowly. Cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog for 5 breaths. Exhaling for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. Slow the breathing. Exhaling for 3. Inhale. Exhale for 4. Inhale. Exhaling for 5. Bending the knees, we look forward and inhale, the feet come up. Look out. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees, squeeze the legs together. Arms sweep up. Exhale, straighten the legs, relax the arms down. Take a couple deep breaths here. Hands to the hips, feet come to a hip distance stance. Inhaling to lift through the crown. Soft knees, we fold over the legs. Grab the big toes, inhale, look out in front of you. Begin to pull yourself down as you exhale. Draw the shoulders back and away from the ears. Fingers pulling up on the toes with the same intensity that the toes push into those fingers. On your next inhale, just come up to a flat back. You may have the option to go further. The hands might be able to slide right underneath the soles of the feet, toes coming right up to the creases of your wrists. Now look forward as you inhale. Bring a bit of weight into the toes and start to pull yourself down. So let those elbows bend, flaring out to the sides. Shoulders pull back, away from the ears. Hips are lifting up, crown of the head is extending and reaching down. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale to pause. Release the hands, bring them to the hips, press into the feet and inhale. Come all the way up to standing, feet together, arms at the sides. Inhale. And exhale. So take about a 3-foot step out with your right foot. So you're in a slightly shorter stance than you might typically think. Turn your right toes out. Turn your right toes out. Turn your left toes slightly in. So the triangle in Ashtanga is slightly shorter than triangle in other postures. Inhale, bring the arms out to a T. So turn your right toes out, Claire, and turn your left toes in. Good. Slide the heel back just a little bit. Start to reach out over that right leg. Tip into your triangle. Let your left arm float up to the sky. So it's a shorter stance. We might be able to grab the big toe in our triangle pose in Ashtanga. If you can, look up to your left thumb. If you can't, hold that right big toe with your peace fingers and thumb of that right hand. The hand can rest on the shin or on the thigh. Try to really extend those left fingers up towards the ceiling above you, taking one more inhale. Exhale, look down to that right big toe, and we inhale, come all the way up. Turn the right toes in, turn the left toes out, reach out over the left leg, tip down into your triangle. And if you can, look up towards that right thumb. If you can bind that left big toe, take a hold of it with your first 2 fingers and thumb of your left hand. Extend outwards through the crown of your head. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, look down to that left big toe, and we inhale, come all the way up. Turn the left toes in. So you're still at about that 3 of your own foot stance between your heels. Turn your right toes out. Good. Turning towards your right leg with your torso. Take your left arm, reach it up, slide that right hip back, and start to fold over your leg. Take your left hand either to the inside edge of your right foot, your shin, your outside edge of your foot. Take your right arm out like a wing. We're revolving our triangle. So bring your left hand down to the right leg. Good. Bring your right hip back, your left hip forward. Good. Start to inhale that right arm up slowly. Try to square your hips in the direction that that right foot is pointing. Turning your chest open to the right. Maybe you're looking out to the right. Maybe you're looking up to that right thumb. Work to your edge. Take another inhale, reach even higher as you exhale. Look down to your right foot. And now we inhale, come all the way up. Right toes turn in, left toes turn out. Turning now towards that left leg, left hand to the left hip. Let's inhale, reach the right arm up to the ceiling and start to fold over that leg. Right hand can come down to the left shin, to the inner or outer edge of the foot as your left arm comes out like a wing. Look out at your left thumb. Try to pull the left hip back, shift the right hip forward, and now inhale, start to lift that left arm up. Spiraling your chest now, open to the left. So try to draw your left hip back, right hip forward. So Sarah, see if you can square to the top of your mat with your hips by stepping your right foot just a little closer. Good. Send the crown of the head forward, extend that tailbone back. Press into that left big toe and that inner left heel. Take another inhale, reach even higher as you exhale, look down. Inhale, and come all the way up. Left toes turn in. Take a wider stance now. Turn your right toes out. Good. Start to bend deeply into your right knee, getting your knee over your ankle. Now you can either take your right forearm onto your right thigh, left arm straight up to the sky. If you can reach the outside edge of your right foot with your right hand, that's your next option. So John, bring your forearm to your thigh and turn your right palm up to the sky. So bending your elbow. Good. As you look up towards that left hand, turn your left palm forward and start to reach that left arm over the left ear. Turning the pinky finger of that left hand down slightly. Try not to let your right knee go past your right ankle. So Claire, you might even be able to walk your left foot back a little further, letting your hips sink down a little lower. Pressing that right knee out towards the baby toe edge of your foot. Take another inhale. Exhale, look down to that right foot. Inhale, and we come all the way up, straightening the right leg. Right toes turn in. Left toes turn out. Bend deeply into the left knee. Either left forearm to thigh or left hand to the outside edge of the foot as you take that right arm straight up to the ceiling. Turning your right palm forward now, we take the arm over the ear. Spiraling the chest now, open to the right. Try to straighten that right arm as much as you can. Try to turn the pinky finger down just slightly. Feel that rotation at that shoulder joint. Take another inhale, really stretch out the right side. Exhale, look down to that left foot. Inhale, and we come up, straightening the left leg, arms to a T. Left toes turn in, right toes turn out. Good, we start to bend the right knee over the right ankle. Let's bring our hands down to either side of our right foot and come on to the left toes. Now you can do this from your left knee, you can do it from up on the toes. Bring your right hand up onto your right knee and take your left, so right hand to the right knee, take your left arm across the right leg. Behind that right hand. Good. Start to bring your palms together and bring your hands into prayer towards your heart center. So Patty, you're gonna bring your left arm across the top of your right thigh and take your feet a little wider so that they're at a true hip distance. It'll help with the balance a lot. So as you push your left upper arm into your right leg, you're using that to spiral your chest open to the right. So you can be down on your left knee if you're really wobbly here. Try to bring your thumbs towards the center of your chest, spiraling open to the right. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, look down. Let's inhale, slowly start to come up. Plant the left heel so you can straighten the right leg and turn those right toes in. Arms to a T. Turn your left toes out. So we're gonna come around to face that left foot. You're gonna bring yourself up onto your back toes, bring both hands to the floor to start. So you can be down on the right knee to start or up on the back toes. We're gonna take the left hand to the left knee, slide the right arm behind that left arm across that left thigh. Now bring your palms together. Bend at the elbows, bring your hands in towards your heart center. Looking over that left shoulder or left elbow back behind you. If you're on your back toes still, try to keep that right leg as straight as you can. If you're on that right knee, you're trying to sink your hips down towards the ground. Spiraling that chest, open to the left. Take another inhale. Exhaling, look down as you inhale. Start to come all the way up. Pivot and plant the right heel, arms to a T. Good, let's turn the left toes out. Step the right foot forward. Bring the hands to the heart. Relax the arms to the sides for a moment. Good, and now take a big step out with your right foot again, even wider than the last one. Turn your left toes in, arms to a T. So you've got even more than one leg's length now between your two heels. Good. Take an inhale, looking up slightly. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head, and as you exhale, start to hinge forward and fold. So bring your heels out a little bit, Claire, big toes in slightly. Fold as far down as you can. Release your hands to the ground. Plant them shoulder distance apart. If you can't get your palms flat on the ground, widen the feet a little more. Now inhale, look out in front of you, long spine. Exhale, start to pull yourself down, planting the heels of the hands, walking those hands back slowly. Try to maintain that shoulder distance between those two hands. Hug your elbows in. Maybe the heels of the hands came back in line with the tips of the toes. Maybe the tips of the fingers are in line with the tips of the toes. Maybe eventually the heels of the hands can come back in line with the heels of the feet. Use those arms. Use your upper body strength here, pulling yourself down. On your next inhale, flat back. Exhale, little bend to the knees, hands travel to the hips. And we inhale, come all the way up to standing. See something in front of you as you ground into the feet. And then inhale, lift through the crown. Exhale, and fold forward once again. Hands remain where they are on the hips. Elbows hug in towards one another as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. And now lean a bit more weight into your toes. Try to let your hips come forward in line with your ankles. Extending out through the crown, shoulders pulling back and away from the ears. One more inhale. Full, complete exhale. Soften the knees, press into the feet as you inhale. Lift through the back of the head. Slowly rise. See something in front of you. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, clasp the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift through the crown of the head. Keep those feet pigeon-toed and start to fold forward. Lead with the chest, come all the way down, relax your head, and then send the knuckles towards the ceiling. Start to draw the arms away from the back. Press firmly into all four corners of your feet. Try to let your hips come forward in line with those ankles. So your toes take just as much weight as your heels. Good, take another inhale, pull the arms just a little further, and as you exhale, soften to that furthest place. Now inhale, come up to a flat back. Little bend to the knees, unclasp the hands, bring them to the hips. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, see something in front of you. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift through the crown. Soft knees as we fold. Come all the way down. This is our last wide-legged standing forward bend, so bind those big toes this time. Inhale, look out in front of you. As you exhale, start to pull yourself down. So taking your thumbs into the center of the palms, wrap the last two fingers around those thumbs, and then use those first two fingers to pull up on the toes as you push those toes firmly into those fingers. Try to lengthen the spine as much as possible here. Try to turn your palms to face one another. So your first two fingers have made J-shaped hooks around those big toes. Relax your head. Good. Inhale to a flat back. Put a little bend in the knees, hands travel to the hips. And then we inhale all the way up. Good, so when your hands are on your hips, your fingers are in front, your thumbs are in back, turn your left toes out, step your right foot forward, relax the arms down. Lifting through the crown of the head. So we're stepping out one last time with our right foot into that short 3-foot kind of 3 of your own feet in between your 2 heels. So it's not a very big stance. Take your arms to a T. And now, option 1, we can clasp the hands behind the back. Option 2, we can press the palms together in reverse prayer, bringing those hands up as close to the space between the shoulder blades as possible. So if you can't press the palms together, you can clasp the hands. You can even reach for the opposite elbow if that feels like more of a heart opener for you. So once your hands are in position, turn your right toes out. Keep your left foot pointing straight out to the left. Turn to face your right foot with your hips by pulling your right hip back and shifting your left hip forward. Now inhale, lift through the crown of the head, and as you exhale, begin to fold over that right leg. Coming all the way down to your furthest place. If your hands are in reverse prayer, try to keep pressing the heels of the hands towards each other. If your hands are clasped, try to keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. If you're holding the elbows, try to keep opening across the chest here. Right hip is coming back. Left hip is coming forward. Try to let your head relax. Pressing evenly into both the feet on your next inhale. Start to lift through the back of the head, coming all the way up. Right toes turn in. Left toes turn out. Turn to face that left leg by pulling the left hip back, shifting the right hip forward. Inhale, lift through the crown, and start to fold over the leg. When you can go no further with the chest, relax your head. Send the crown of the head towards the top of that left foot. Keep drawing the right hip forward and keep shifting that left hip back. So the stance is shorter. This allows us to square the hips a little easier towards that left leg. Try not to lock out the knees as you inhale. Next time, slowly lift through the back of the head. Come all the way up. Turn your left toes in. Take your arms to a T. Good. Turning your left toes out one more time. Step to the top of your mat. Bring the arms down at the sides. Lengthen through the crown. We lift the right toes and spread them out. And then take up space with that right foot. Hands to the hips. Come onto the ball of your left foot. As you inhale, draw your left knee into your chest. And as you exhale, extend that left leg straight out. Pressing out through the heel, lifting through the crown of your head. Good. Bending the knee, you have the option to either grab that left knee or hook on to that left big toe. If you can hook on to the left big toe, you're extending the leg straight. If you're holding the knee, just continue to hold the knee. Try to lengthen through the crown of the head and begin to open that left leg out to the left. If you're holding the knee, hand can move to the inside edge of the knee. If you're holding the big toe, try to keep that left leg as straight as possible. Keep the hips pointing forward. The option is there to turn your head to the right, challenging yourself a little more by changing your drishti. Good. As you inhale, look forward. Bring your leg back to center. See if you can bow towards that left leg. Inhale to come up. Exhale, left hand to the left hip. One last time, extend that left leg straight out if the knee was bent. Take one more inhale and release the left foot down. Sort of walk it out for a moment, relaxing those legs, and we settle heavily into the left foot. Lift and spread the toes. Relax them down. Come on to the ball of the right foot. Pull the low belly in, draw your knee into your chest. Extend that right leg straight out. Push out through the heel, the ball of the foot. See something in front of you, use your drishti, bending your knee again, bring it up a little higher, either grabbing for the right knee or reaching for the right big toe. If you're holding the big toe, extend the leg out straight. Now lifting through the crown, keep pulling the low belly in, begin to move that right leg out to the right. If you're holding the knee, bring your hand to the inside edge of the knee. Maybe you're looking out to the left, challenging yourself in this balance pose even more. Keep that low belly drawn in. On your next inhale, looking forward, bring your leg to center. Good. Bowing towards that right leg. Inhale to lift the chest. Extend that right leg out straight. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Push out through the heel, the ball of the foot. Take another inhale, lift that right leg just a little higher, and then set that right foot down. Walk it out. Relax the arms at the sides. Close the eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply. Let your feet come together, big toes touch. Bend your knees, sit the hips down, and as you inhale, lift the arms up. Press the palms together. Lift those arms as high as you can in front of you. Try to really press the pinky edge of that palm together. Straight arms. So if you have to bring them forward a little bit to get them straight, straighten them first. Press those palms together. Look at your thumbs. Sit a little deeper with the hips if you can. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach up and fold all the way down. Look forward as you inhale. Plant your hands and step back. Lower as you exhale. Cobra or up dog. Hips to the sky. Down dog. Plant the left foot on the 45. Step that right foot up. Palms pressed together as the arms come forward and up. So bend deeply into your right knee so your knee is over your ankle. Press those palms together. Look at your thumbs. So it doesn't matter if the arms are forward on a 45. Try to get the arms as straight as possible. Try to press those hands together. Keep the shoulders drawn down away from the ears. Now keep looking up at your thumbs. Inhale, straighten the right leg, turn your right toes in. Keep looking at your thumbs. Turning to the left, turn your left toes out. Bend that left knee now over that left ankle. Turning towards your left leg. Right heel slides back just a little bit. So let your right heel slide back and your toes turn in to bring that right hip forward and left hip back. Keep pressing those palms firmly together. Keep pulling the shoulders down, away from the ears. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands through to your heart for a moment. Turn your left toes in. Oh, pardon me, keep your left toes turned out. Bring your arms to a T now and face that right wall. So spiral your chest open towards that right wall. Maybe you're walking your right foot a little further back. Keep bending deeply now into your left knee. Let your left knee bend over your left ankle. Look down your left arm. So arms to a T, left toes are turned out. You had it right, Patty. So left toes turn out. Bending that left knee, good. Look down that straight left arm. Try to keep the right arm directly over top of that right leg, left arm directly over top of the left leg. Pull the shoulders down, away from the ears. Stretch those fingers in the opposite directions. Take another deep breath in. Can you sit just a little deeper? Now inhale, straighten the left leg, left toes turn in. Turn the right toes out as you bend your right knee now over your right ankle. Look down that straight right arm. So add a little downward scoop to that tail. Good. Pull that low belly in. Relax your left toes, so don't dig them into the floor. Look down that left arm. Pardon me, your right arm. Let that right knee bend over that right ankle. Take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale, we're gonna windmill the hands down, plant them, come on to the left toes. Step the right foot back and lower slow. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Take it back to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here, pressing the heels down, pushing the chest back. We've just finished our standing series, so we're coming to seated. We're gonna inhale onto the toes, bend the knees, look forward, and step, walk, or hop through to a seated position and extend those legs out. Pull the flesh from underneath those sitting bones. Plant the hands right underneath the shoulders, next to the hips. Pull the toes back as you lift through the crown, and now pull the chin down towards the chest, coming into Dandasana. Give a little squeeze between the shoulder blades here, lifting gently through the back of your neck. Good. As you inhale, lift the chin, let the arms reach up. As you exhale, move your heart in the direction of the feet, and then you can either grab the big toes, outer edges of the feet, ankles, calves, or up close to the knees. Pull the heart through the upper arms and relax the head down. Try to bend at the elbows, engage your biceps. Pull your toes back, press those heels away from you. Heart pulling to the toes, toes pulling back towards the heart. So as you inhale, just come up to that flat back, elongate the spine. Can you reach just a little further this time? If you were holding the big toes, maybe you grab the outer edges of the feet. If you're grabbing the outer edges of the feet, maybe you're reaching for the opposite wrist and reaching right around the legs. And then fold to that slightly further place. Breathe as deeply and as slowly as you can. As you inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, pause, and then we inhale and just come all the way up. Point your toes, bring your legs together. Take your hands behind you about a foot or so and point your fingers towards the top of your mat as well. Open your hands right up to shoulder distance. It's a little wider with your hands, Claire. Good. As you push into the heels, push into the palms, look at the navel and inhale, lift your hips. Try to press the soles of your feet down. Keep lifting the hips. Maybe you can look straight up to the ceiling. Maybe you can relax the head and look all the way back behind you. See what your neck can handle. There should be no pain in your practice. Grip with the fingers, push into those heels. Inhale those hips a little higher. Look forward and lower the seat. Bring your knees into your chest, cross the legs, plant the hands, step back to the top of a push-up and lower slow as you exhale. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. Once again, inhale onto the toes, bend the knees and look forward and take it through to a seated position. Extend those legs out. Good. Keeping that left leg extended, draw the right knee into the chest, let the knee fall out to the side, and face that extended left leg. Inhale, the arms come up, and fold over that leg. Holding maybe the foot, maybe the ankle, maybe the calf, folding to your furthest place, keeping the shoulders even with one another. Relax your head. Sending the crown of the head towards the top of the left foot, maybe looking under the brow towards that foot. Breathe deeply. Breathe slowly. Inhaling to lift the chin. Pause as you exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Send that right leg out. Draw that left knee in, let the knee fall out, push the foot and the leg together. Inhale, lifting the arms, and fold over that leg. Taking a gentle grip, level out the shoulders, belly pulled in, send the heart as close to the toes as it'll go, and then relax the head. Gazing towards that right foot, just under the brow. Slowing the breathing down. Inhaling, looking forward. Exhale, pause. We inhale, come all the way up. Bring the left knee up, bring the right leg in, cross the legs the opposite way as you plant the palms. Step back to your push-up, lower on an exhale. Curl into your cobra or lift to the up dog. Take it back as you exhale to down dog. And inhale again onto the toes. Soften the knees as you look forward. Step walk or hop through to seated and extend the legs. So we're going to draw the right knee into the chest, bringing the heel in front of that right sitting bone. So there's at least a fist distance in between your right foot and your left leg. Left toes pull back. Left hand holding that right knee, right arm comes around behind the back and plants on the ground behind you. Now let's inhale, take that left arm straight up to the sky. As you exhale, take that left arm to the outside of that right leg and begin to turn your chest to the right. Turn your head now to the right. Look as far over that right shoulder as you can. Some of you may have the ability to bend at the elbow, taking the bind with the right hand reaching for the left hand. If you can't bind, keep that right hand firmly rooted down. Pull your left toes back. Press your left heel out in front of you. Lengthen upwards through the crown. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Try not to let your left toes fall out to the left. Good. Take one more inhale. Exhale, twist to your furthest place. Now inhale, look forward, and then return to center. Send that right leg out. And draw your left knee into your chest. Remember to not bring the foot right in next to the leg. It's at least a fist distance away, so the heel's more in line with that left sitting bone. Use your right hand to pull that left knee, though, a little bit into center. Take that left arm, float it up, circle it around behind you, bring it in as close to your back as you can get it, and in line with your spine as much as possible. Now let's inhale that right arm up. Take it across to the outside of that left leg. Keep your arms straight to start. Spiral your chest to the left. Turn your head to the left. Look as far over that left shoulder as you can. If you've come far enough around, you might be able to bend that right arm, reach across the front of the shin to take the bind behind the back. Left hand will come around to reach for that right hand. Find your edge. Push out through that right heel. Pull those right toes back. Lift the crown of the head up towards the ceiling above you. Using that right arm as leverage to move into the twist. Last inhale. Exhale to your furthest place. Inhale, look forward. Return to center. Good. Let's bring the right leg in. Cross those legs again. Plant the palms. Step back to plank. On an exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Take it back to down dog. Inhale onto the toes. Bend the knees and look forward. Take it through to seated and lie down onto your back. And as you lie down onto your back, making sure that the heels are up at the top of your mat, draw your knees into your chest, hug them in, and just rock side to side. Roll back to center and plant your feet on the floor right in front of your buttocks at a hip distance stance. Arms like railings right down beside you, palms pressing into the earth. Tucking the tail, flattening that low back to the ground. On an inhale, lift your hips up and move into your furthest variation of a bridge pose. So whether it's bringing the hands a little closer together, maybe clasping the hands, try not to let your knees come any wider than they already are. Keep your big toes just turned slightly in. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pushing your heart up now as well. Try to press it a bit closer to your chin. Breathe deeply and slowly, and then inhale onto the toes. Take the arms out from under you. Exhale, roll upper back, mid back, low back, down. Let your heels touch down. So keeping your feet at that hip distance stance, your option is to bring the arms by the sides or plant your palms to either side of your head. And if you're planting your hands on either side of your head, try to keep your elbows pointing straight up towards the ceiling as well. So hugging the elbows in a little bit, keeping your palms rooted flat to the floor. So Patty, bring your feet just a tiny bit closer together. Good. Keeping those feet slightly pigeon-toed, pushing into the feet, pushing into the palms. On an inhale, all you're going to do to start is lift your hips. Some of you may be able to lift and come onto the top of your head, and that might be good there. If you can come onto the top of the head, try to really reposition those hands to keep the fingers spreading really wide, keep the elbows hugging in. If you're on the top of the head and you feel as though you can go further, you can try to lift the head and straighten the arms out. If you're good just on the top of the head or just on the shoulders, stay right there. If you prefer to bring the arms back down by the sides to come into more of a variation of bridge, that's totally acceptable as well. We do 3 back bends here. Take one more inhale, come up a little higher. If you're up in wheel, tuck the chin so you can lower your shoulders as you bend the elbows, lower your entire spine. Relax those hands down for just a moment, giving those wrists a little break, giving those arms a little break. We've got one more to go. Bring your feet back to hip distance, heels in front of the buttocks. Arms either at the sides, hands to either side of your head. If your hands are on either side of your head, try to point your elbows up to the ceiling. Good, so squeeze those arms in. Flattening the low back on an inhale, press into the hands or the arms, coming up either into your bridge or up to the top of your head to start to position yourself up into wheel, then straightening the arms. Maybe you can walk those feet a little closer to your hands this time. Try to keep the entire palm rooting down. If you're moving into a bridge, come into your furthest version of bridge that you can get into. Taking one last inhale, lift those hips up, up, up. If you're coming out of wheel, tuck the chin first so you can lower down safely, lowering the entire back. Let your knees come very loosely into your chest and just rock side to side. Good, roll to the center, grab the back of the thighs, lift the hips, and roll up to seated and extend those legs. So we counterpose our back bend with a nice juicy forward bend. So inhale, lift the arm. Exhale, fold. Taking whatever that furthest grip is as you push the heels away, the toes pull back, relax the head down now. Slow the breathing down now. Pressing out through the heels and the balls of the feet. Try to really pull those toes back. Every inhale is full, every exhale is complete. As you inhale, lift the chin. As you exhale, pause. Inhale, then come all the way up, making sure your heels are at the top of your mat. Lie down onto your back. If you're close to a wall, come out a little further. You're going to bring your knees into your chest and either extend the legs straight up to the sky or pop the hips up off the mat and drop the legs over your face. Hands would then plant on the low back as the legs come up. So you can either just be legs up. If you want to do legs and arms up, you can. And if you want to come into your full shoulder stand, that is your next option, making sure that you're moving safely into your posture. Just taking a few moments here in an inversion before we come to the end of our practice. Slow the breathing right down. Try to get the pinky fingers on either side of your spine. If you are in shoulder stand, elbows coming in nice and close. That looks great, Patty. Your elbows are right in there. Try to relax the legs a little bit, relax the feet, letting that blood flow down from the legs back towards the heart. Take a deep breath in. If you're in shoulder stand, lower your right leg over your face. Keep the left leg straight up in the air. Try to keep both your legs straight. Inhale, let your right leg join your left again, and then let your left leg come down without moving your right leg at all. Keep that left leg straight as it comes down over the face, and on your next inhale, let your left leg come back up, and then lower both legs down over the face, nice and slow. Try to keep the legs straight. Try to keep your feet in a pointed position. So you're going to rest the tops of your feet down on the ground behind you if they touch down. And if the tops of the feet touch down to the ground, your palms can then rest on the ground as well. You could even clasp the hands to climb higher up onto those triceps and shoulders if that's available. If your feet are just floating there off the ground, keep your hands supporting your back. Remember, if your feet are touching, it's the tops of the feet rather than tucking the toes under. We come down a little differently when we come into our Setu Bandhasana. Good. Now let your palms rest on the ground, using your abdominal muscles to keep the legs close to the face. Push into your palms and start to lower your upper back. And then your mid-back starts to come down. Keep your head pressing into the floor, letting that low back come down. Bring your arms down by the sides if they were up in the air, and start to lower both legs down to the ground at the same time. So you're lying on your back, lying on your back. Good. Draw your knees loosely into your chest. Reach for them with your hands, gently rocking from side to side. And then as you roll back to center, draw your forehead up towards your knees. Wrap your arms a bit more tightly around your legs. Take another deep breath in, holding your breath now, squeezing every muscle in the body one last time. Tight, 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 tight. And relax. And make yourself ready for your final rest. So they don't necessarily call it Shavasana at the end of an Ashtanga practice, but we take rest. We give ourselves time to absorb what we've just done, to relax and let it go, releasing any fatigue we may be experiencing within the body. So just allow yourself to relax, to release, to let go for a few minutes. The breath is soft, the body is heavy. Take rest. Start to deepen your breathing, moving fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, head, turning side to side. And then rolling your head through to center, let your legs now come together, point your feet and reach your arms back over your head. And as you take one last deep breath in, stretch out your whole body and then relax the arms down. Draw your knees to your chest. Hug them in and just rock from side to side, massaging your back. Roll onto your right side and just pause for a moment. Just giving yourself a bit of time to acclimatize and adjust. And then press into your left palm and down through your right arm. Make your way slowly up to seated. Bring your palms together, your hands to your heart. Bringing to mind the intention that you began your practice with this morning. And that intention beyond yourself. That intention for something or someone out in the world that needed this practice but perhaps couldn't be here today. And let's finish our practice today with a single round of Om. Take a deep breath in. The divine light within me graciously and humbly acknowledges that same divine light within you. Namaste. Happy Thursday. That was a little Ashtanga-ish. I'll never call it straight Ashtanga, but you get a little Ashtanga taste. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for coming and being here this morning.